What happens when a homeowner strips out his floors to a concrete slab and doesn't want to cover it with wood, carpet, or tile, but still wants to look beautiful? Find out on this next episode of Restoration Renegades.
Hi, I'm Jeremy, and this is my journey. Behind the scenes of professional restoration like you've never seen it before. We'll see homes and businesses go from flooded places to new spaces as we follow the best restoration crews in the country and see how they tackle the big, the bad, and the ugly. Now, I never know where I'm going to be from one day to the next, but one thing's for sure, it'll be anything but ordinary.
We're here with Robert from Dalworth Clean. So, Robert, tell us a little bit about what's going on here with this house.
Well, this house is over 20 years old, and as you can see, the concrete has been exposed. They removed the flooring and the carpet, and it's pretty ugly.
Right.
But to us, it's like a blank canvas to a painter. And so we could do lots of different things on this floor, more than most people could even imagine, or that they could actually finish the concrete.
Right. So what are some of the possibilities? Because, for me, I would probably maybe throw down a rug or carpet or something like that.
Right. Well, what's your imagination?
Yeah.
Because what we can do is we can polish the cream that's on the surface. Mm-hmm. We can actually start to cut into the concrete to expose the aggregate. Mm-hmm. And we can even color the concrete. And we can add images into the concrete if you like.
So wait, so you can actually put pictures?
Yeah, well, a picture or just basic images as well. One time we did a barber shop and we put barber poles in the floor.
So those are photos or images of barber poles?
Just an image of a barber pole on the floor that he wanted.
So like you say, the possibilities are endless.
Yeah, we can score into the concrete. We can put decorative edges on. Mm-hmm. So your imagination go wild.
Right, no doubt. So tell us a little bit more specific, to this house. What does the owner want?
Well, this owner wants that polished floor. He wants a high gloss on this floor. Mm-hmm. Well, we're going to actually cut into the floor a little bit and expose the aggregate that's in the concrete.
Right.
He wants that. And then we're going to color it, and then we're going to start to build up that shine using different diamonds. Finer and finer grits. And what that does is when you get a very smooth floor, it gives you a high gloss.
Right.
Well, when we get there, then we're going to put a decorative border in all these rooms.
Wow, that sounds pretty complicated. And you think you can get all that done in 3 days?
Well, it's going to be tough, but I think we can do it.
Awesome, man. Well, good luck.
Thanks.
I got the chance to hang out with the Dalworth crew as they started the process of grinding down the concrete. Pretty quickly, the ugly top surface began to disappear with the coarse diamond cutting tips, revealing some of the aggregate underneath.
Well, we've taken the machine back. We're just trying to see how the diamonds are wearing. These are diamond grinding discs.
So there's diamonds in there?
There's diamonds in here. Wow. Yeah, matter of fact, in this one you can kind of see it in there.
There's some diamonds in there. Now, ladies, don't get any wild ideas.
So as you can see, it scratches. It's like sanding the floor, like sandpaper to a piece of sandpaper.
It's like a high-end sandpaper, basically.
That's exactly what it is.
Now these guys have only been going for a few minutes, but you can already see the transformation taking place. It's pretty cool.
Where this house once had carpeted floors, you can see pits and holes where the carpet tack strip had been nailed to the slab. There were also large holes and several long deep cracks in the slab. But using a special filler material, Dalworth filled the holes, patched the cracks, and leveled the damaged areas up to match the rest of the slab.
Well, you may have noticed some of the damage to this concrete. Right here we've got divots and you've seen some cracks and so forth before. The question is, how does that get fixed? How does Dalworth come in here, polish that, and finish it out? It's a good question. It's one for Robert. In fact, I think he's hiding behind this corner right here. He's going to tell us how it gets done. Hey, what's up, man?
Hey, Jeremy.
Hey, so tell us a little about this damaged area in concrete. How do y'all fix that?
Well, this floor here used to have carpet on top of it. Okay. And to install carpet, they have to nail tack strips into the concrete itself.
Right.
And so when we pull that out to do the polishing, because we can't leave the tack strip there,
right,
it actually pulls some of the concrete when you pull the nail out.
So is this a common thing? You see this?
This actually is common, and as bad as this house looks, we've dealt with much, much worse than this.
Really?
Yes.
So what about with a new concrete slab?
Well, even on new slabs, you can have damage caused by construction, dropping of equipment, something heavy dragged on the floor.
Right, causes gouges.
Causes gouges, yeah. So, and cracks that are much larger than what we have here. Okay. So we deal with this all the time.
So regarding this specific job here, what do y'all do? How do you fix these divots? These don't look very good.
Well, we have high-tech epoxies to help us deal with these things. And what they do is when we mix that epoxy, and it cures very quickly, but we use some of the dust that we'll get from the floor. Mm-hmm. And you see this, we collect it, we mix it in there, and we'll put it in, and we also mix it with a little sand.
Man, well that's awesome. I'd love to see how you do it.
Well, let's get them done. All right. so thin.
Oh, cool. You put some sand on
Some
it.
sand on it. And it's so thin that it gets into the concrete and binds with the pores. And when it hardens, it's as strong and hard as the concrete is.
Now I notice it's kind of going up and over. I mean, how do you deal with that?
Well, once this hardens, and it only takes a couple of minutes, we will take a hand grinder with some diamonds, and we'll grind it flush and smooth with the floor.
It's a good way to use diamonds.
Good way to use diamonds.
So the color itself is ultimately going to match. I mean, right now it's just wet, correct?
Well, it is wet, but that actually will dry just that color, just like this. But you have to picture that the concrete also is not going to be this color when we're done.
Right. Now I notice it's getting a little bit harder now. What's going on with that? Is it just because of time? Or?
It's time, yeah. This bottle's very hot, and it's too late. See, it's not coming out anymore.
Wow, that was fast.
It's very fast, and so as you can see,
it's hot.
This was like water, and now it's
Putty.
It's like putty, and it's hardening every second.
Good grief. From there, a series of several different cuts were done using finer and finer diamond cutting tips. With each pass, the concrete surface became smoother, more polished, and eventually became shiny like glass. The homeowners decided not to do the custom borders around the walls, so the crews finished up by buffing the floors to a high gloss shine. Well, we're here on the last day, and Robert, this place looks amazing, man. Great job.
Well, thank you very much.
Yeah, but my question is, what do the homeowner and her son think about it?
Well, let's ask them.
That's a good question. Here we go. How's it going, guys?
Good, how are you
Good.
doing?
Hey, great. So what did y'all think about the place?
Absolutely amazing. Surprising what you can actually do with a great piece of concrete.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It was pretty rough when we started, wasn't it?
Glue and tack strips all over the place, and you made it look beautiful.
Well, thank you very much. And what do you think?
You did a great job. You filled in all the cracks, and I love the polished finish.
Well, wonderful. Well, what you find out on this floor is that how easy it is to take care of. It's extremely easy, one of the best floors you could ever have.
And you're an artist. You did a great job.
Thank you very much.
So with concrete, you're obviously only limited by your imagination. I mean, when I came in here, I just saw concrete, and that's what I would have done, kept it like that. But man, these guys really transformed this place. It looks awesome, and they colored it. I mean, the only way I would color concrete is like pouring paint on it, and that's about as good as I could do. So if that's you, you might want to give Dalworth Clean a call, because they are the flooring experts. You know, you might be thinking about, like, what do I want to do in my next house or home or floor? Well, those possibilities might be right underneath your feet. So give Dalworth Clean a call. And remember, the next best thing to do is Dalworth Clean. And I'm Jeremy. We'll see you next time on Restoration Renegades. Man, I don't know about you, but this floor is an amazing color. Probably because I'm an Aggie.